Hello and welcome to EGW Writings Tech Tips. I'm your host, Darryl Thompson. Thank you for joining us today in another of our series on learning how to use the EGW Writings 2 app on your iPhone. And we're going to take a look today at subscriptions and specifically within the subscription section, the Daily Devotional. Now, Daily Devotional is one of the most popular used parts of the EGW Writings 2 app. When I look at all the metrics coming in every month, our largest user count actually comes from that user group that is using the feature to use the app of reading through the devotionals. And it's something that many more people could use if they probably knew about it. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration today on how to set up and use the subscription feature for your daily devotional readings. Let's dive into it right now. So I'm right here. I've opened up the menu of the home screen on my EGW Writings 2 app, and you see right in the middle here, subscriptions. Now, if I tap on subscriptions here, if you've never signed in, it would have popped up the first thing to do, and you wouldn't have been able to run subscriptions until you had signed in. So you've got to make sure that you have signed in to your EGW Cloud account first. And once you've signed in, then you can go ahead and you can use your subscriptions. So once I'm in subscriptions here, and I open it up for the first time, this is the main calendar that you see. And you can see that we're right here on November 2. And I have subscribed to a Thought for the Day and a Bible reading and Patriarchs and Prophets. And I've already read my devotional for the day from That I May Know Him. And so you can open it up here and I can read through my devotional for the day. And once I've read it through, I can just go back if I wish, close out by clicking on the home screen, and I'm back and out of the app. And tomorrow, it would automatically come in, and when I open up the subscription, it would be at November 3. Now, November 3 hasn't been delivered yet, so I can't, go there, but I could go back to November 1, and there it is again, and it opens up to November 1. But you say, well, how do I subscribe to a subscription? Well, right here on the home screen, you notice in the top right-hand corner, there's this little tiny gear wheel over a calendar. And if you tap on that there, you can notice that there are different sections that I can subscribe to. And right at this section here, highlighted in blue, you can see Daily Devotional. And I have it turned on. Now, if I wanted to sign up for one, for example, you just click on the little plus there, and then you see it says Publication Type Devotional, and then your language. You choose the book that you want to subscribe from, and you need to choose when it says Start From. You would need to come through and choose, and it's best to pick up because it's actually hard a little bit to see, but you scroll through until you get to a particular date and you say, okay, if I can actually get through to November here, and if I can see it, okay, November 30, November 20, October 31. Okay, I can see 31, so that'd be 1, 2. So let's start on November 3, which would be tomorrow's date, so it would pick up. And then you would pick up the start date and you'd say, okay, we actually want it to be November 3. And in a devotional, you do want one page a day, and you probably want every day of the week if you want to keep in sync. And you can set the delivery time. So you notice right there where it says 12 a.m., that's the default, but you can actually customize the delivery time. Now, our most popular delivery time where we send out around about 70,000 subscriptions is right there at 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, it's not 6 a.m. just here in the US Eastern time zone that I'm on. It can be 6 a.m. wherever you are in the world because it'll actually send out based on the GMT time code setting. So if you're in London, it will be 6 a.m. for London. If you're in New York, it'll be 6 a.m. in New York. If you're in Sydney, Australia, it'll be 6 a.m. in Sydney. If you're in Delhi in India, it'll be 6 a.m. there. It will set up at your time zone. And there you are. You've set it, and you just click Start. And tomorrow, I would receive, if I enable it here, because you can only have one devotional enabled, by default, see how it turns off my That I May Know Him? So you can only have one at a time. But I've chosen now, tomorrow, I will start receiving from Sons and Daughters of God my November 3 devotional. And I'm ready, and I will start receiving it. So tomorrow I would just come in, click on subscriptions, and I would see Sons and Daughters of God, and November 3 would be highlighted. Now in here, if you happen to miss a subscription and you haven't read it, you will notice, if I come back to the previous month, see I can scroll left, you would see that I have, and this is, I use an Android phone every day, but this is my iPhone, so you do not see all the little readings that I've done. But if I tap on this now and say November 30, and I actually read my devotional, and I go through and read it through, then when I come back, if I read all of the blue dots away from all of my subscriptions and open them up, then you would notice that when I come here, that it's now gone from a blue dot to a grey dot. So it helps keep track of what you've read and what you haven't read. And if you are seeing here where I haven't got any dots at all, that's because I haven't got to that stage yet. If you're actually on the day, you notice that the current day is marked in blue. All right, so there is an overview of how to set up and use the daily devotional in the EGW Writings 2 app. I hope that many of you that are using it have really enjoyed that feature. And for those of you that haven't, please give it a go. It'll bring a change to your life if you spend time reading every day from the Bible and from the Spirit of Prophecy. It will make you a more active member within the Christian community. Thanks for joining us now. Have a blessed day.